And to fetch tasks by categories, we need to add a new variable here. So let's add a new variable. Let's call it category ID and set category ID, and let's give it null. So not here but here, let's give it null. So here sets page, so sorry. So here we need sets page, not sets category ID. So sets category ID here. So now what we need to do, we need, once the user clicks on one of these categories, we need to set the category ID, okay? So here let's add to this button, let's add on click, and once we click on the button, so we set the category ID, and we give it the category, where is it? So we need the parentheses and category dot ID, okay? Sets category ID, we give it the category ID. And now to filter by category, what we need to do, so let's save, and to filter, as I said, by the category, what we need to do, we need to check. So if we have the category ID, which is the one that we have defined, so in this case we will get, or we will filter by category. If not, we will get all tasks. And here to filter by category, so now we need to use the routes that we have already defined. Let's go to our API.php. So here is the route, this one. So we need to use it. So copy and paste, and here we have the tasks and page 1. So we need to keep the same thing, just we add here. So let's remove the tasks and keep the same thing. Just here we change it to category ID. That's all, which is the variable that we have. So now save. Let's take a look and see if we refresh the page. So now what we have, so we will add a spinner, so we can display the spinner until we get the data. So now we have 20 tasks. So let's, for example, click on this button. So let's see what we have. So let's check. So here we will add unique later. So let's see the network. So nothing happened. Why? So we did not watch. Okay, we did not watch the category ID. That's why. So let's copy here and paste here. So the category ID will change. So we need to watch it. And before we test again, let's move down and add the key to each button that we have here. So let's add the key. So to remove the error. So here category dot not categories but category dot ID. So save. Let's move to our home page and refresh the page. So let's now try to filter by, for example, this category. So as you can see, we have only 2. Let's this one and this one and this one. So all the categories has only 1. And the pagination is working, don't worry. So here we have only 1 page. So here we have 2 categories or 2 tasks for this category. And here also, if you want, we can check, we can test the pagination if it is working. Let's go to task controller. So if we move down, we have the function that filters by category. So this one, if you want, we can change it to only 1 here. So only 1, and test for the pagination if it is working. Let's click again. So we have the same. Let's click again. So now, as you can see, we have the pagination link. If we move to the second page, so we have the second page. Okay. So the pagination is working also with the categories. So now let's make it 10 again, and let's do something. So let's display the active category. So we don't know which category the user has clicked on. So if I click on, for example, this one, so we need to make it active. So let's so here inside this button, so we have this class what that we have here. So let's add here backtick, so we can add variable, and we need to check if the category ID is equal to category ID that we have here. So we need to add class. Let's add the bg danger. If not, we add nothing. Okay, so save. Let's take a look and see. So as you can see now, we have the bg danger. Okay, and we need to add something else, which is so to clear the filters, because now if the user wants to go back to all tasks, so he need to refresh the page. Okay, so we need to refresh the page to display again all the tasks. So we need to add another button that will do that. So let's add here another button, which is this button. So here we don't need K. So we don't need K, and we don't need to add if you want, we can do something. Let's remove this. Let's remove this test. Let's remove it and use only the double quotes instead of the backticks. And once we click, so it says the category ID to null. So we can get now all the tasks. And let's save and see what we have. So let's save. So where is, so we did not add the content of our button. So let's display here all and save. Let's see. So now we have all. So let's click here. So now we have dismiss Joel West. If we click on all, so we display all the category, not all the categories, all the tasks again. But we need this button to be hidden if we don't have category ID. So if the category ID, so we need it to be hidden if we don't have category ID. So now we have all because we have category ID. If we click on all and we go back, so we don't have the button. So now I think we are done with filtering by categories. So later we will see how we can move these categories to another file and keep same filter working. We will see that later in the course. So for now we have done with filtering by categories. Let's do final check and let's check our console here. So I think everything is working. If we go to now to all, so we don't have the all button. Okay, so now we can say that we are done with our filtering by categories. So now we can filter, we can move to the second page, and we can go to our first page. Let's move to the second page and filter. So the filter is working, but now we don't have anything, as you can see. So let's see. So it's the same thing. So now we have a problem. So I did not notice this problem. Let's see again. So just fortunately I have moved to the second page. Just I wanted to test if in second page it is working. So let's go back and see what is the problem again. Let's go to the second page. Let's now filter by category, and we don't have category. So let's check inside our network tab. So what is happening here? So we are sending So we are sending the category number 11 and the page here is 2. So this is the problem. The problem is in the page. Okay, we can do something. We can add function, but or we can do something. Instead of adding function, we can just here. So here when we filter by category, so let's set so here first let's set the page to 1, okay, and then we can get and filter by category, okay. So let's or you can do something. If you want, you can add function, and this function will set the category ID and the page. So here when we click on the button, so here when we click on this button, so we call this function and we set the category and we give it the category and we set the page to 1 if you want. If you don't want, you can use it like this. So set the page to 1 and update or send the request again. So let's try and see if it is working or not. So now we are in the first page. So as we have seen before, so filter by category is working. Now let's move to the second page. Let's see, we are in second page. Let's filter. So it's not working. Oh, okay, so it's working. Let's see, so we'll add spinner. So when we add spinner, so you will not see the content until we get the data. Okay, let's try again and filter. So now we have two tasks. Let's do that again. So it's working now. We can go back. So as I told you, when we add filter, you will not see this static contents that we have here. So if we move to the second page now, let's see. So you will see here static. As you can see, you have the previous and one. So we will not see that until we get the task again. So we will add spinner later in our course. So now we have fixed this problem. And as I told you, if you want to add here a function like this, filter by category, and here you receive the category ID, and you can do like this. So instead of you can do set category ID and we give it the category ID, and before we set the category, we set the page and we give it 1, okay. And now instead of using the set category here when we click on this button, so we filter category by ID and we give it the category ID. And same thing here, we can use the filter by category ID and we give it null, and it will set the category ID to null. And here, instead of using where is it, so it sets page, so this one we can remove it from here, and that's all. So let's check if it is working. Now we have optimized our code. So let's see what we have. So now if we click on this category, we have the category tasks. If we click on all, we are going back. Let's move to the second page. So here, if we click again, so as you can see now, it's working. We don't have static previous links that we had before. So now everything is working, okay? So I think that's all for our filtering by category options. So everything is done now. So let's do final test just to be sure. So I am doing this test just to be sure that everything is working, okay. So I think now the problem is fixed. So next, what we need to do, we need to filter by So we have not filter by, but we need to order by. So we have only one filter, which is the category. We don't have any filter else. So we need now to order by and search by term. Okay, so let's start with order, and later we move to search.